All right, let's get the speech chat turned on. All right.
Ain't no stopping this train. Whoa!
How is everybody doing today? It is the Godfather of VR, the ageless one of the band, Look at Clay, and we are back sooner than expected with some Project Motor Racing. But we got what I think is huge news regarding an update coming at the end of this month. I happen to see this in Jester's Discord. I am in his Discord along with many others, and he posted a link. So I had to click on the link. I've already looked over it. I've already read it, but I'm going to go over it again with you guys. But before we get into that, some quick other news.
Contact K. Thanks for following. Aaron Frank. Thanks for following. Auntie Kane. Thanks for following. Gramberry, Savage Orange. Thanks for following. The Mr. Fly 85. Thanks for following.
Wow. Thank you all. Thank you all so much. Who we got? Contact, TK, Aaron Frank, Auntie Kane, Granberry, and the Mr. Fly, which I saw you in chat in my past stream. Thank you all so much for following. I really, really appreciate it. And to all of you,
Ain't no stopping this train. Whoa!
all right, so before we get into the big news about the upcoming update at the end of the month, I do want to let everybody know that tickets are on sale now for the Sim Gaming Expo. I went to the inaugural Sim Gaming Expo last year in Chicago. It's actually right outside of Chicago, but to make it easier for people to understand where it's at, they just say Chicago, but it's actually like 20 minutes outside of Chicago. I went there last year with my son, and I'm planning to go back. I was, my friend Graybeard Gamer contacted me and asked me if I was going, and along with Eric B, Eric B the realist, he's planning to go back this year also. And at this point right now, I am planning to go back, health permitting. So, you guys know about the health issues that I'm going through. I have been feeling better lately. I feel pretty good right now. I mean, so it's not my health issues. It's not like it's just a roller coaster ride. 1 minute I feel like I'm going to live to be 80, and a couple hours later I start feeling a little bit funny. So, but right now I am planning to go, and I can't wait to meet some of my friends in person. I've already, met Eric B. Graybeard Gamer is planning to be there this year, along with Darkensaw. He was unable to make it last year because he had to go to a wedding. He's planning to be there. And then Eric B. the realist, he's planning to return there this year. And I would like to think that his sister Pocahontas will be there again this year as well. I have to ask her the next time I see her in chat. So yeah, there was a huge turnout last year for the Sim Gaming Expo. I had a lot of fun. And I picked up some gear from there. These gloves, the shoes that I'm wearing, a couple of shirts, and I think I got them at can't miss price. So definitely gonna go there and probably spend a couple of $100 on some gear, get some more clothing, shirts, boots, possibly. We'll see. Okay, so it seems like there was something else that I was going to say, but I forgot. Well, if it comes back to me, I'll do it. So let me put the headset on so I can listen for the speech chat. And I'm going to bring up this article. I'm going to read it, and we're going to talk about it because I think this is huge on more than one level. So let's see here. Scene 2. Drop that. Okay. And here we go. Project Motor Racing, Super GT DLC and update, resetting the foundation to arrive late March. So the latest Project Motor Racing newsletter announced the arrival of the game's first DLC, as well as a big update. After its disappointing launch, the Project Motor Racing hill is steep for developer Straight 4 Studios to climb. With a substantial numbers of updates since then, the team has begun scaling that hill already, and a big update announced for the end of March could see them make even better progress. The latest PMR newsletter announced a really significant update aimed at resetting PMR's foundation and bringing the sim much closer to what serious motorsport titles should feel like. So it looks like part of their vision is to make this a sim and not a simcade. So, which is fine with me too. So, Straight 4 also makes it a point to emphasize that we didn't hit the mark and excuses don't help anyone, and certainly not PMR. What matters now is getting things right. More detail on the update is expected to be shared throughout the month, promising a major overhaul across every department. The whole sim has been worked on and significantly improved. So I think the improvements that they made to the hypercars, the GT3s and the GT4s, it sounds like they're planning to do that across the board. So, which is cool. So Project Motor Racing, Japanese GT500 DLC to arrive. This is the big one right here. At the same time, the first paid DLC for the game, if you don't count the pre-order bonus DLCs and the free Ford Vulcan. Oh, I put it Falcon. It's Vulcan. Oh, shoot, I have to go back and correct that. It's set to be released. Japanese GT500 is going to make its debut in PMR with a grand total of 9 cars. That's big. From Super GT or all of the Japan Grand Touring Car Championships, as it used to be known, to be included. This includes 5 cars from the current generation of GT500 cars, plus 4 from the 2003 season. Additionally, a Japanese circuit will be part of the DLC, likely Fuji or Suzuka if we had to guess. That's huge too, because I love both of those tracks. So either one is fine with me. So it looks to me like this DLC is going to be Japan based. Straight 4 has shown 2 of the DLC's packed cars and screenshots already. On the left, an early 2000 Supra and its GT500 variant can be seen, while on the right, its modern counterpart is shown. I'll scroll back up. So the modern one right here, this white one, this trimmed in red and black, I cannot wait to drive that in VR. I mean, I'm looking forward to trying it anyway. You know, I'll drive the older one, but I'm also looking forward to trying that new one. And so, looking at the scheduled cars for 2026, we are going to get the Honda HRC Prelude GT. That is big because I don't think any game right now has the new Prelude. So they might be the first. That is big right there. You would think, well, I mean, we know what GT7 is all about, but before GT7 launched, a car like this, the new Honda HRC Prelude GT, you would think that they would get it first, since it was developed by a Japanese company for a Japanese platform holder. And they definitely support the Japanese cars on GT7. But for this to come to Project Motor Racing first of all games, this is big. The Nissan Z Nismo GT500 and the Toyota GR Supra GT500. These are 2026 cars, so all 3 of them. This is huge. Additionally, the Honda Civic Type R GT as raced until the end of 2025, and possibly the Honda NSX GT, which I'm wondering if that means the Honda
At
NSX.
DJJM09 said, "What's good, Lincoln Clay?"
Hey, what's good? What's good? How you doing? That's my boy DJ. So the NSX GT, the Honda NSX GT, I'm wondering if that's going to be their version of the Ray Brig Acura NSX that's on GT7, because I absolutely love that car on GT7. It's not the fastest cars, but it is definitely one of the best
At
handling
Dillinger Nom
cars.
said, every DLC in 2026 should be free. IDKNT know how they have the balls to ask for more money. Cheeky C8NTS.
I have to disagree with that, because God knows how much money they probably spent on the licenses that are already on this game. And then they're giving us 2026 cars that I think isn't on any other racing game yet. 2026 new cars that's not on any racing games yet. In my opinion, those 3 cars alone makes the DLC worth $20. Again, these are new cars that I don't think. Now I know that Prelude isn't on any other game yet. Shit, and I think the Nissan Z. I don't think any of these 3 cars are on any other racing game yet. So for them to jump to the front of the line and get the licenses for these 3 cars so they can put them on their game first, that alone to me makes it worth $20. I think, yeah, the game had a bad launch. Yeah, they overhyped the AI. Yes, the game was buggy, but they're making improvements to the game. It's getting better every time. So some of my friends think the game hasn't improved enough yet for its asking price of $60 on PC and it's $70 on PS5, which I bought the game on PS5 as well. And I will get back to streaming this game on PS5 at some point. But I think this game is getting close enough that I think I think right now, if you include the GTE pre-order bonus that came with the game, if you pre-ordered the game, I definitely think it's worth the $60 on PC. Console, I kind of think it should have been $60 on console as well, especially when you factor in that you need PlayStation Plus or Game Pass Core in order to play online. But I was okay with paying the $70. And I think we are getting closer and closer to this game being worth the $70 asking price on console. So, I mean, for me, I never had that many problems with the game from the get-go. My biggest problems with the game when it first launched was the AI was horrible, which has been improved. And some cars were absolutely undrivable because I think they were trying to make each car so distinctive that it was one end of the spectrum to the other. Some cars were easy to drive. Some of them were undrivable. And they've made improvements to the hypercars, to the GT3s, and the GT4s. And I dare say that, like, right now, I think the only other games where I've driven the GT4s would be GT7 and ACC. And right now, I think Project Motor Racing, I enjoy driving the GT4s on Project Motor Racing the most right now. The GT3s, I absolutely love it. And I'm liking the lap times that I've been setting, and I know I'll be faster when it gets VR, but yeah, this game is getting closer and closer and closer in the right direction. So let's get back to this. And they said, and possibly the Honda NSX GT. As I was saying, I'm wondering if that's going to be their version of the Ray Brig NSX that's on GT7. And I said that again. I said that before, that I absolutely love driving that car, especially in VR on PSVR 2. That's one of my favorite cars on GT7. As well as the, I think it's the RF Lexus. I love driving that car as well. So I think those cars fall into the GT. I think that's either the GT.
At G.M.D.R. said, is that Japanese pack is part of the year one bundle?
I don't know. I mean, because I didn't buy the year one bundle because I'm not gonna lie, you know, I don't do that with any game. I don't just up and buy a year battle pass, whatever you call it. I have to play the game for a few days to see if I'm even gonna like it. And if I do end up liking it, then I'll just, you know, I don't have a problem buying the DLC as it comes, because I might not like every single piece of DLC that comes. But yeah, I definitely like this. So the 2003 Super GT GT500 cars, we're going to get the Honda NSX, which I think that was the first generation NSX that Honda Acura came out with. The Nissan Skyline GTR and the Toyota Supra. So 9 cars. And you're going to get a Japanese track, presumably Fuji or
At G.M.D.R. said, check unloaded, the year one bundle is as cheap as the game. I think this is one of the packs in the bundle.
Okay, then okay, then I'll just go ahead and buy it. I'll have a look at it in a second. So the fourth car, so what they're showing us right here for 2026, there's 3 cars, and I think they're going to include 2 cars that ended in 2025. And then here they're going to give us 4 cars, and they're showing us 3. The fourth car is a bit of a mystery in this case, as there are 3 to pick from. The VMAC RD 350R, a little known car that only raced in the GT500 in 2003 and in GT300 between 2005 and 2012. The McLaren F1 GTR, which would also fit the GT1 roster, and the Lamborghini Diablo JGT1. All could be the final vehicle of the pack. Since it is the best known car, the McLaren is perhaps the most likely car to be part of the pack. A fictional track to be added looks by way of mods. Meanwhile, third-party content is also expected throughout the month. The newsletter specifically mentions a fictional track called High Rock Circuit set in Austria, which you can see in the screenshot above. Nothing else was shared about the venue except it being challenging and great fun. So I don't care about it being a fictional track as long as it looks like a racetrack. I don't want it to be, I guess like maybe Circuit de la Sarthe is one of the few tracks that involve real streets that I absolutely love. So, and it says here, what do you think of the Project Motor Racing March outlook? Let us know in the comments below and join the discussion in our PMR format. I think I might have missed it. Because I think some, I know I saw in there. It might be the other article that I saw, but I think they're also planning visual improvements and performance improvements. So that's another reason why this update is huge to me. Let me come back. All right. So more visual updates and performance update is huge to me, because that means, in my opinion, that'll bring us one step closer to getting VR. The game has always run fine for me. You know, I've had only a handful of crashes. Right now, like the two PCs, I run this game at 1080p, and that is for streaming purposes. So it doesn't tax my PC anymore because the OBS I'm broadcasting in 1080p, so I might as well run the game at 1080p, save some resources. But with this computer, it doesn't matter. I leave it on 1080p so I don't have to keep changing the resolution every time I go from flat screen to VR. But at 1080p quality settings on this game, it's maxed out. This game caps at 180 frames per second. So on this computer is maxed out. Every now and then I'll get a frame drop to about 177 frames per second, but for the most part, it runs at 180 frames per second, so it's maxed out. On my other PC in the bedroom that has a 3070 Ti, it runs at 1080p quality settings. It runs about 100 frames per second, but during heavy loads, it can drop as low as 79 frames per second, but on average, it runs between 95 and 100 frames per second. So with performance updates, maybe I can get more frames out of it while still keeping the same graphical settings. So that's another huge one for me. So I am absolutely looking forward to this update. Another thing about this update, I think this Japanese update will establish the identity of what Project Motor Racing was intended to be, because from what I understand, this game was originally going to be called GT Revival, you know, focusing on those older GT cars from the early 2000s. And I think the decision to add hypercars and GT3s, I think that was a last minute decision because those are the popular cars right now. I mean, look at all the sims over the past couple of years that has scrambled to add hypercars to their games. This game has 9 hypercars. That's the most current hypercars on console. Forza Motorsports
at Adrenaluquite said, I was having terrible racing today. I just can't take it anymore, man.
I think it's going to
Nobody has etiquette anymore.
I think it's going to get better with this point system. I don't know if you're aware of the point system or not, but everybody's going to start out. Well, it's already started. Everybody's going to start out with 20 points. You need at least 0 points to enter an event. But when you file a report, it will be examined by human stewards, at least to start off with. And they will hand out proper punishment if necessary. So if they hand out punishments, they will take away points depending on the severity of the infraction. So when somebody reaches a certain, you know, if they are a certain point within a negative of points, they will not be allowed to join certain races. So, I mean, but honestly, the etiquette in this game should have been expected, because we're talking about a game on PC that doesn't really have what's the word I'm looking for? A penalty system on par with like Le Mans Ultimate. And we're also talking about the crossplay too. And because of the crossplay nature of this game, there's probably going to be some people on controllers. So there might even be kids on this game. So the bad etiquette is something that should have been expected. I certainly expected it. And that's why you haven't seen me rage out. But that all that stuff is kind of out of my system now, because I realize it's just nothing you can do about it. It's just the way it is. Especially when you have some people that come into these races with the sole purpose of destroying the race. So yeah, a point system has been implemented, and hopefully that'll clean things up. But getting back to what I was saying about Project Motors Racing looking to establish an identity, I think the identity that they were trying to establish was the early 2000s GT cars. And again, I think a decision was made at the last minute to add hypercars, and that's where I was at with that, because hypercars and GT3s are the most popular cars right now. Look at all the sims that have scrambled to add hypercars lately. Forza has 4 hypercars that didn't start out with any. Race Room has 3. They just added them in the last year. We have this game with 9 hypercars, which I think is tremendous to start off with. I'm trying to think. And Automobile Listed too. They have I think 4. No, I think they might have 5 hypercars, 5 or 6. So again, I think this upcoming Japanese DLC is what's going to separate this game from the others in terms of its identity. You want to do super touring races? Race Room, that's your game. You want to do hypercars and GT3s? Le Mans Ultimate. They have the official WEC license. You want to do road cars like, production street cars, GT7, that's your game, as well as Forza. And, you want to race Formula, F125 is your game. So I think when it comes to this game, if you want to do the early 2000 GT cars, this is going to be your game. But it looks like they're going to cover across the board. Now, Rensport, I don't know what they're looking for. I don't know what they're looking to do in terms of their identity, but I guess in a recent interview, I guess they're not going to add any more car classes, but what they're looking to do is fill up the classes that are already on the game. So right now, I think they have like 6 GT3s, which means you can expect them to add at least 3 more GT3s. Right now, I think they have only 2 hypercars. I think they have the BMW and the Porsche, and they have an update coming out sometime this month, and they're going to be adding the Peugeot 9X8 hypercars. So again, the hypercars and the GT3s are the most popular cars right now, and games are scrambling to add them. So and I think that is all I got. I definitely do not plan to be on 3 hours like I did yesterday. I have to work Saturday, so I'm not sure that I would stream again tomorrow, but I definitely plan to stream again Saturday evening. So because of the GT pack that's coming up, it got me in the mood, like, let's go back and try one of these old Group 3 cars. And when it comes to the Group 3 cars, this Mazda 787B and this Sauber Mercedes are my 2 favorite cars. Both of them, like the 787B has a very unique sound. And I will be honest, the car sounds good on this game, but I have to be honest that I think the 787B on GT7 sounds the best, and I think it sounds the closest to the actual car. I think after that, I think a mod that I used on the original Assetto Corsa, I think that comes second. And then I think it's probably a coin toss for third between Project Motor Racing and Forza. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's do a few laps somewhere. Thank you for the follow. Let's see here who we got. Titan 70 just subscribed. Thank you so much for the follow. I really, really appreciate it. And
Titan 70.
Ain't no
There you
stopping
go.
this
Thanks for
train.
following.
Whoa!
Oh, it overtalked. Why? Here you go. I'll give you another one.
Ain't no stopping this train. Whoa!
And I forgot to ask everybody if you would be so kind to hit the thumbs up. Would really, really appreciate it. Okay, so let's do a few laps here. I'm just trying to decide where to go because I want to get the full 1990s immersion. We don't have Circuit de la Sarthe yet because that's the track that I would really, really, really love to drive this car on. That's one of the reasons why you haven't seen me use this car, use the Group C cars that much, because I think Circuit de la Sarthe is the only track where the Group C cars look like they're at home. I don't know. I don't know if the 787B raced on the America circuit or not. I have to look it up and see if there's any kind of footage of the 787B at Daytona. But yeah, let's go with that. We'll do a few laps. Oh, I know what else I was going to say. I think that this upcoming Japanese DLC, I think it's naturally, I already said 1,000 times that I think it's going to be huge. So much to the point that I wouldn't be surprised that people that uninstalled this game and said they're never going to play it again, if they're going to be lurking from the outside. I don't think they're going to make any kind of content in regards of this DLC because it would probably be egg in their face after saying that they were going to install the game never to play it again. But I think they're still going to be watching from the outside. But I think when the day that we get this DLC, a lot of people are going to be playing Project Motor Racing that day. So let's get gloved up here. We'll just get straight into a race. And I want to make it a tradition.
Not ideal, we're starting last, so I hope you're ready for it.
I want to make it a tradition or a routine to shout out my YouTube friends that support this game. That would be Jester, Jess Boris, Mets VR, Xbox One Kenobi, and even though I don't know him, I got to give a shout out to EJR Racing because he's another guy that I've seen his content a number of times. He's supported this game
at G.M.D.R. said, "Are you racing online?"
Not yet. I just want to do a couple of laps for nostalgia purposes with this 787B because as far as historic cars goes, it's one of my favorite. I just want to do a couple of laps and then we'll go see what's in the lobbies.
Keep focused.
No ABS, no traction control. probably going to get lapped as slow as I'm moving right now. But this car doesn't have any ABS, so I'm scared to slam on the. I'm scared to hit the brakes because I'm scared of locking up the wheels. Fastest first sector. Yeah, I can't wait to drive this in VR. I mean, I can do it right now on several other games, but I still can't wait to drive it in VR on Project Motor Racing. Also, folks, I am planning to do another giveaway, possibly this weekend. I've given away 6 keys already for Project Motor Racing, and I'm planning to give away another key. Sure, I bought the games discounted from loaded.com, but I would like to think, that the devs would probably see the more positive side of it, that I give away 7 keys, that's 7 more people that's tried the game. So
at G.M.D.R. said, I used to Spa 1H on GT7 in the 787B. At G.M.D.R. said, in VR.
Oh yeah, the first time I experienced the 787B in VR was on GT Sport on the original PSVR, and that was mind blowing. Although I'm in last place, this is pretty fun to drive.
At RSR Pocahontas Wing said, hey Lincoln HRU hello chat.
Pocahontas, how you doing? Hold on, when I get straightened out, I gotta give you one. Pause.
Ain't no stopping
There you go, young lady.
Whoa!
At G.M.D.R. said. Yo at RSR Pocahontas Pink. At 2 Resmo Duppy. Said. Sup Lincoln, you good bro?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
At 2 Resmo Duppy. Said.
Oh!
G-Man oncoming fist medium dark skin tone smiley face with sunglasses trophy. At RSR Pocahontas Pink. Said. Okay LOL. At 2 Resmo Duppy. Said. Pink heart waving hand medium dark skin tone.
By the way, Pocahontas, are you planning to go back to the Sim Gaming Expo with Mr. Eric B. the Realist? I've already destroyed that car, so this race is over. But it was fun.
At RSR Pocahontas Pink. Said. Hand pink waving G.M.D.R. At G.M.D.R. Said. Man like at 2 Resmo Duppy. At RSR Pocahontas Pink. Said. Hey 2 Resmo.
Yeah, I love that 787B so much that I think when I get done with this stream, I might actually go hop into GT7 and do a few laps in it.
At Island Grown 777. Said. Victory hand nerd face.
Island Grown, how you doing?
Ain't no stopping this train! Whoa!
All right,
At RSR Pocahontas Pink. Said. Yes Lincoln, I will be there God willing.
Okay, I'm in the same boat. Health permitting, I will be there. I don't know if my son wants to come back with me or not. I think he will, because he does like getting out every now and then. GT4 Pro.
At Harry Desi. Said. BBC action. At Harry Desi. Said. Big block Chevy squinting face with tongue.
Oh man, you something else. Cause I'm like, don't come in here with this BBC stuff, big block Chevy. All right, man.
Ain't no
there
stopping this train. Whoa!
So we'll do this GT4 race. It's got 9 registered users.
At Island Grown 777. Said. 992 ranked right now. At RSR Pocahontas Pink. Said. Did he enjoy it last year?
Yes, he did.
At G.M.D.R. Said. LOL, you need to teach that boy how to drive. He embarrassed us in that video. LOL. At Island Grown 777. Said. PP victory hand.
You know,
at 2 Resmo Duppy. Said. Rolling on the floor laughing. At RSR Pocahontas Pink. Said. Hey Island Grown.
My son is 19 years old. He's young enough to be my grandson. He's 19 and I'm 58. I had talked to him because my son's really good at Gears of War. He is a straight assassin at that game. But at 19 years old, people at 19 years old, I think their physical abilities are at their peak. At 23, yeah, you're still good, but now you're a little bit seasoned. If you do what you do and you've been doing it for a few years. And I had felt that if I could have got my son into sim racing, if he would have caught on to it, I think he would have been a straight animal right now if his Gears of War skills are anything to go by. Let's get the vehicle set up. All right, I decided to try a different car today because when it comes to the GT4s, I just don't like that Porsche Carrera. It's just not an appealing looking car. So yeah, we tried something different.
You're clear.
We're gonna let him go. I don't know how this car is going to handle. It's my first time driving it. But I know one thing, that Audi threw me off yesterday. Oh.
At Island Grown 777 said, I say you should always drive a Corvette. At Island Grown 777 said, Flex Biceps Nerd Face Victory Hand.
Oh, I love the Corvette.
At RSR Pocahontas Pink said, hopefully you can stay longer so we can all hang out.
Yeah, that's oh shit. Damn. Will it let me go back out? Okay. Yeah, we'll look into that.
Clear.
At Island Grown 777 said, the game is so much more playable out the gate since launch.
They've made a lot of improvements to this game.
At G.M.D.R said, the GT3 SA still feel trash though. Hopefully the update sorts that out.
Oh,
At Island Grown 777 said, you shouldn't talk during the dipper. At Island Grown 777 said, LOL.
Oh, I gotta back out of this race. We're back to that problem that I had about a month ago with the car skipping gears. Watch this. Just one click of the paddle and it jumped from first to sixth. So yeah, I'm gonna have to abandon this race. Oh boy. I gotta check my Fanatec software and see if there's an update, because the missed shifts, I thought that was a problem with Project Motor Racing, but it was actually a problem with Fanatec involving this Formula V2 wheel that I have. So give me a second, folks.
At Island Grown 777 said, dang, I have the same wheel. At Island Grown 777 said, there was a firmware I downloaded a little while ago.
Well, I'm at the Fanatec. I got the Fanatec app open and check for new software updates. Nope. Let me see here. No new updates available. Nope. So I guess let me try turning off the wheel and then turn the wheel back on. See, but this only happens during online races. It doesn't happen during single player races. Whoopsie. Guess we'll have to go in here and look for some community lobbies since I left that race. Yeah.
At Island Grown 777 said, are you PC or PS5? At Charlotte Rhodes R2U. Said. Boris gets gear slippage a lot. He reckons it's when lobbies are bigger and server doesn't cope well.
That's very well possible. But the only thing I can say for certain that it doesn't happen during single player races. And actually, I've downloaded an update from the Fanatec website about three weeks ago, and the slip gears stopped or missed gears. But looks like it's happening again. So, but it happens with my Fanatec wheelbase. It doesn't happen with my Logitech wheelbase in the bedroom. I'll hang out for a minute, see what happens here, especially being that we're at Sebring. And I think I'll go ahead and stay with the Alpine because I did like the way that car handled. The car I will probably never use again in GT4 would be the Audi R8 because that car just threw me off having 7 gears. It just messed me all up.
At Charlotte Rhodes R2U. Said. Boris on Fanatec.
Yeah, he's on Fanatec. In fact, as far as the wheelbase goes, I think he might have, I'm not sure what wheelbase he has, but I think we have the same wheel, the Formula V2 wheel. I mean, but I still have my original McLaren GT3 wheel down there on the floor, but it's a good wheel, but it's a little bit wider than this Formula wheel. So I like this Formula wheel being a little bit smaller. Okay, he started the countdown, so let me go ahead and ready up. Oh, we got another joiner. Liu Kang win. One, two, three, four, five, six. All right, cool. 6 cars. We good. We'll see if my gears skip in this race. Because it let me see. Today's Thursday. I think I streamed on Tuesday.
At Shaolin Monk 4206. Said. I'm here. At G.M.D.R. Said. I'm SKRRRRR in the BMW.
Oh. So let me look for you. Standings. Let me see here. Okay, I see you scurry the BMW, and I think now that I stop and think about it, I think Shaolin Monk in the chat, I think he's actually Liu Kang here in this custom lobby. So let's go. Let's go, Voltron Force. I got hold of a couple of more gifts that I'm gonna add. I got hold of a Scarface gift that I really like. So yeah, I'll be adding a few more of those to this stream box.
At RSR Pocahontas Pink. Said. Hand pink waving Shaolin. At Shaolin Monk 4206. Said. Hey Pocahontas. At G.M.D.R. Said. My game crashed. At Shaolin Monk 4206.
Oh crap.
Said. I am how guess LOL grinning squinting face. At Drew Griffin 2643. Said. Eyes.
What's up, Drew?
Hammer down now.
I don't know what it is about the sense of speed with this game, but the GT4s feel like they move faster in this game than they do on GT7. Because I mean, the GT4s on GT7, they seem like they're so slow that I could get out and walk faster. Oh shit! I didn't see that corner until the last second. So yes, it's shifting perfectly now. Ah, damn it.
Timing started, so this lap counts. Final minutes of the session. Check your flag this lap. Session's over.
Yeah, GT4s aren't bad on here at all. That wasn't a good lap from when I hit that wall, the previous lap. So I lost all the momentum when I hit the wall. You mean to tell me it's only two of us here? It's showing everybody else on track. Okay, it's still at least one more car here. All right, him. Okay, looks like we still might have at least 5 people here.
Here's what it is. We'll have some traffic in front of us to start the race.
We good, we good. If it wasn't for me smacking the wall, I figure I could at least get it to the 209s. Let's get set up here. This time, let's go with the mid downforce. All right, once again, let's go Voltron Force.
Good luck, mate.
Let's go. Let's go. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. Got first sector.
Well done. The timing screen shows you're the fastest car out there right now. Good progress on that lead, mate. Keep pushing. Continue to close that gap.
Oh, shite! Damn, I lost a little bit on him.
At final sector 25. Said. What's up?
How's it going, Final Sector?
Final lap, white flag. Keep the pace and finish strong.
Good race.
Thanks,
I'll save that replay.
Nice work.
I like that. Nice, clean race. Hard driving. Nobody did anything dirty. So yeah, I like that.
At Final Sector 25. Said. Great race for sure.
Yeah, thank you.
At
Man.
Shaolin 4206. Said. I lost it in like turn 3.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Because you missed out on a good race. We had a nice little battle going on right there. So much to the point that I think I'm going to stay in this. I think I'm going to stay in this lobby. I'm okay if he stays with the GT4s.
At Final Sector 25. Said. I actually just did a GT4 setup LOL.
Did you upload it? So I'm under the impression, well, he hasn't
At
switched.
Charlotte Roads R2U. Said. Great viewing that race.
Ah, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah, I gave it my best shot. But I also wanted to keep it clean too, because I was side by side with the guy a couple of times. Now I did touch him a couple of times, but I didn't take him out. But as soon as I touched him, I backed off and let him go through.
At Final Sector 25. Said. Yes, it's on my channel now.
Okay, folks.
BMW. Getting 210 at Bathurst.
All right, folks. So you heard it right there. Final Sector 25. Go check out his channel. He's got some setups over there. So go download them, go drop them, go snatch them, go steal them. Oh, look at this. I'm going to stay with the Alpine. I like the way that Alpine drives. Now, I think that BMW has a little bit more straight line speed, but yeah, I like the way that Alpine handles out of the GT4s. It was fun to drive. I like the way it sounded, like the way it handled. I want to go grab a drink real quick, but I think we got enough people in here that he might. Yep, there it is right there. There's the countdown. We're at Sebring again, though. I'm okay. I'll go with Sebring again. Oh, shit. You got another one in here. He's using the Camaro. Oh, Shaolin Monk using the Camaro. All right, then, folks. Let's go Voltron Force. I don't want to go with, like, the setups that I was probably using are probably obsolete after that latest tire update, because the devs did warn everybody that your setups might not work and you might have to do it all over again or download new setups or whatever after these tire updates and whatnot. So it looks like we're gonna go straight into quali. Yep. So I'm gonna take a chance and go with the low downforce setup.
At Shaolin Monk 4206. Said. Everyone else using same thing, I figured why not the Chevy.
Yeah.
At Final Sector 25. Said. I'll show y'all the setup live and in person, LOL.
Alright, cool.
All clear.
Where'd he go? Yeah, see, the car shifted just fine right here. So
Timing started. Make this lap count. You've got 1 minute left.
Woo! Just don't touch that wall.
End of session. Checkered flag this lap.
Lost time on that one. Lost even more time. Really no point in even finishing this lap. I'm already a half a second off of my lap, off of my fastest lap. At the moment, I'm second, and I'm only off by a tenth. I did a 209.9. He did a 209.8.
At G.M.D.R. said, "My game is skipping gears as well."
Oh man, that's unfortunate. It's not happening to me this race.
At G.M.D.R. said, "Bend it in the last lap cause it went down 2 gears."
Well, in my case, downshifting it wasn't skipping, but it was skipping upshifting. But I think I'm gonna, since I downloaded the update that's supposed to address that, I'm gonna chalk that up as a possible network issue with this game, since it only happens when I'm in an online session. It doesn't happen single player. Let's go. See if I can win this race. I almost did this stream from my Logitech wheelbase in the bedroom, but I was so excited.
At Final Sector 25 said, I didn't make it into the lobby. I'll catch y'all tomorrow if you'll be on. At Shamrock XXII said, good luck.
Same to you, Shamrock.
At Drew Griffin 2643 said, GL.
Good luck, Griffin. If you're in here, I see Shamrock's in here, so good luck to you, sir.
Yeah, good start. Remember
Let's
to keep
go.
the nose clean into turn 1.
Ain't no
Let's
stopping
go.
this train. Whoa!
Bad launch. I gotta let him go. Really bad launch.
At Final Sector 25 said, good luck in the race, bro.
Same to you. Thank you. Oh shit! I let all of them disrespect me. Ooh, yeah, I got smacked from behind. I mean, hard. What is he doing? Had to get past him quick. I think the dude tried to take me out. He shot past like a missile. What was that? Oh, he lost it. All right, cool. Let's start chopping some people down.
At Charlotte Roads R2U said, he be losing license points, LOL.
If this was a ranked race, yeah. Oh!
Limiter on. Hit your marks.
I was trying to get some momentum coming out of that corner and just paid the price. Wonder if they're going to penalize me for speed through here.
Clear of pit lane.
At Drew Griffin 2643 said, unlucky.
Yeah, I lost it. I got greedy. I was trying to get a good exit going into the straights, and I pushed it and slid right into the wall. I thought I knew it was possible that I might scrape the wall, but I didn't expect it was going to spin me around like that and put me in the pits. Lost time letting the car touch the grass like that. I see some cars. Got the fastest first sector. I had a funny feeling that was going to happen. He lost it. Came back to get
Stop with it
six.
to the end. Next time we know what to shave a few tenths off every lap.
I'll take it. Who had the fastest? 208.6, and I had a 208.7. Holy moly. I was 1 second off of the fastest lap. So by right,
At G.M.D.R. said. Kept skipping a gear coming out of corners. At Charlotte Roads R2U. said. Good comeback, nice to see you didn't rage quit. At Shaolin Monk 4206. said. One of them hit me first lap, that's why I feel behind.
yeah.
At Shamrock XXII. said. GGS.
Same to you.
At Shaolin Monk 4206. said. Hit me right in the rear. At
Yep.
G.M.D.R. said. I would come out of a corner in third with good drive and then it would skip fourth and go to fifth. At G.M.D.R. said. I can't deal.
Yeah, I don't feel like driving the Ford supercar, so I'm going to bail out of this one. Yeah, I know what you mean. One of those guys outright tried to take me out. And then that guy that was in the Aston Martin, his name was Alpha Unit. He was blocking a little bit. I seen him block you, and then he tried to block me too when I caught him. No rank races. LMP. Oh boy. And we just got off of Sebring, so I'm gonna go grab a quick drink, and maybe that'll give a minute for another lobby to surface up. So I will be right back, folks.
At Shaolin Monk 4206. said. Yeah, he almost got you at the end.
Yeah, where he almost got me at the end, where we touched. I don't think he meant to hit me, but I think he was trying to block me. He went into the grass and he lost his back end, and the car came back onto the track and then hit me and then pinballed right back off the track. So that was a driving incident, but I think it all came from him trying too hard to block me. So, I mean, obviously he didn't have, he was a little bit slower than me. Otherwise, he wouldn't have had to resort to defensive driving like that. All right, let's have one more look at the custom lobby. See what's there. LMP at least at Sebring. Nah, just did that. So I'm thinking I'll probably do one single player race and then hang it up. I mean, shit, I've been here for 2 hours. I didn't mean to be here that long. I just wanted to talk about the latest update, do a couple of races, and that's that. But wow. Okay. Damn, I haven't done Silverstone, but that track feels weird on here. Let's do Nürburgring. It's a little bit
At
challenging.
G.M.D.R. said, why don't you make a lobby and see if people join?
Well, for one, I'm getting ready to sign off here in a few minutes, and two, at least today, I don't have the patience to wait for people to come in here. If I stream tomorrow or Saturday night, then I'll see about hosting a lobby.
At Drew Griffin 2643 said, can L ask what you think of the Aussie V8?
The GT4, I think it was a little bit understeery. I like the Alpine a little bit better. But one car in the GT4s I do not like is that Audi R8. The 7 gears just messes me up.
At G.M.D.R. said, I'd bet he'll try and jump on then.
Okay, cool. Boy, that DB9. This Aston Martin DB9, that car sounds so wonderful. And it sounds, they sound a little bit different. The one on Automobilista 2, it sounds a little bit different, but they both sound wonderful. So, unfortunately...
At Drew Griffin 2643 said, FG Falcon.
That car is tricky as hell to drive. I tried it. That back end wants to swing all over the place. And then I tried it on Bathurst of all places, so that car was just, the back end was just swerving all over the place. What? I've driven the Ford GT way too many times. Although I love that car too. I also love the way this M8 sounds too. Yeah, we'll do a couple of laps on here. And then I'll wrap it up. Once I got that Alpine dialed in, yeah, that was a really nice car to drive, the GT4s. I still got to go through and try the other GT4s, but out of the GT4s that I've tried so far, I tried the Aston Martin, the Alpine, and the Audi. And without a doubt, out of those 3 cars, the Alpine felt that I liked it the most.
No time set, we're at the back.
All right, let's go. Sounds nice too. east, no ABS.
At Drew Griffin 2643 said, I really like the GT4 Mustang horse.
I'll try it next time. Like next time I go live, I'll give it a shot. Oh, I got some oscillation. Well, at least I didn't come in last. All right.
We stuck with it to the end. We know for next time we need a few more tenths a lap.
Yeah, it was easy to lock up the brakes with that car. Well, it's just the GTE class in general, since none of the cars have ABS. Have one more look at the custom lobbies. No, no dice. That's the race where I was skipping gears. So I think I'll just go ahead and leave it there. All right, folks. Thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Tomorrow's Friday. Like I said, I'll either be back tomorrow or Saturday. But if I get hold of another key to give away, be on the lookout for my community post, because I will, make a community post letting everyone know that I will give away another key for Project Motor Racing. With that being said, appreciate you all hanging out. I had fun. And
at Drew Griffin 2643 said, "Thank you for the stream and have a good night, sir."
Same to you. Thank you. It's good racing with you. We'll see you on the next one, folks. Until then, you all know the line. Wakanda forever. Long live the king, and deuces. Have a good one, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow or Saturday.